the 45th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. He will join us for his first sit-down television interview since leaving the White House. No topic is off limits. No question is off the table. Now, without a doubt, President Trump remains the most dominant force in American politics today, even now 3 months removed from the Washington swamp. When Donald Trump talks, the world, the country listens. So tonight, for the hour, we welcome the 45th President of the United States, Donald Trump. Mr. President, good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you very much, Sean.
All right, so I know a lot of people that are around you every day. This is what they're all telling me. You are working as hard as you did when you were in the White House, except you play a little golf more. That you're keeping an insane schedule, 7 days a week. You really don't stop.
Well, we're seeing a lot of people. We're seeing a lot of good Republicans and a lot of good Americans, in some cases great Americans, and we are working very hard. And a lot of things to do, plus I'm getting more involved. For a long time, years, I wasn't involved in the business. The business is doing well, and we're doing well. It's been 5.5 years of investigations and hoaxes, and I see something came out just yesterday about the Russia was a total phony deal, and they hate to admit it, but intelligence came out.
They were putting a bounty on
the bounty, the big bounty deal, and now they say that it was a hoax, just like everything else. So it's a sad thing. You get impeached for doing nothing wrong, then you get a second impeachment for doing nothing wrong. And so it's been pretty wild when you think about it, and very unfair. So we're working very hard, and I think you're going to see something that will start to take place in 22 and will culminate in 24. And you're going to see a lot of big things and great things for the Republican Party and for the country when you look at the border and all of the things that are going wrong right now. What a shame at the border.
Let's start with Joe Biden. What do you see? How do you grade him 3 months in?
So he's going to be 79 years old. That is not old. I know many people in their late 80s that are just as good as they were years ago. I spoke to one who's 92 years old. He said, I feel better than I did 20 years ago. 78, 79 is not old. But he, look, I don't think it's even appropriate for me to comment on that. It sort of speaks for itself. I mean, people can make their own determination. I know that if it were me, they would be up and down going crazy, right? But I had an instance where on a slippery ramp, piece of steel, very steep and very long, no railings, no nothing, and it was pouring at West Point. And the last thing I want to do is go down, because when Gerald Ford went down, it was not good. Now, when Biden went down, the press didn't cover it.
Did the wind ever blow you over when you were?
Well, Air Force One is a very big plane, and usually what they try and do is shield the wind. You know, when they park it, you can turn it at angles, and so you don't ever have too much. I've never seen too much wind. You can get a little windy, but not the kind of wind that blows you over. But if you look at mainstream media, or as you say, lamestream media, they didn't cover that. If that were a Republican, in particular, if it was me, that would be the biggest story for the rest of the year.